What's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor, and today we're going to be talking about how Nicki Minaj is calling out the industry. There's some more in question, Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Oh baby. Now, it's a lot of things to break down in this video, and just bear with me because he's a little under the weather. So bear if the energy is just a little low. I should probably go get me some rest, but I am gonna get me some rest and some tea after I deliver this tea to you. If you haven't already, you guys, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys for all the support and love you guys send my way. And without further ado, let's just get started into this video. I'm just gonna be talking off the dome. I think I know what to say. But anyways, all of this pretty much goes back to when it was announced that Kendrick Lamar, he will be performing at the 2025 Super Bowl, not the Olympics, Super Bowl halftime show. And the Super Bowl show is gonna be set in New Orleans. And now, I'm not gonna lie, first seeing it, I was just like, oh, okay. So when I do think of Super Bowl halftime show, that is the portion of the show to really get the fans and everybody hyped. We're gonna have a good time. What we're gonna sing, what we're gonna dance to. And to me, does that really give Kendrick Lamar? I'm not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not that big of a Kendrick Lamar fan or listener, but I'm pretty sure people who do listen to Kendrick Lamar, this is a big moment. However, some people was bringing into question on Twitter, is he only getting this moment because it's his time, it's his season, you know, it's Kendrick Lamar, or is he only getting this moment because he dissed Drake? Now, the only thing I would say to discredit that, because people are like, what is Kendrick Lamar discography gonna be besides dissing Drake? Well, not for nothing, Kendrick Lamar does have a long list of songs that he has before this dissation of Drake. You know, what's the I Remember Sir, songs like that. Other mainstream songs, don't kill my vibe, don't kill my vibe. He has some songs that he could do, but we all know the song that everybody's gonna be anticipating hearing is They Not Like Us. But before that dialogue and conversation could really take steam, we also had another dialogue and conversation that was thrown, and it was people that was upset that this was not the year that Lil Wayne was scheduled to perform. Not only is Lil Wayne from New Orleans, but people's feeling like this was the moment to really have him come out and perform his hits. And I knew it was starting to become a problem when I started seeing other artists and celebrities in the industry call out this decision as well. Lil Wayne manager, he put out a post saying confused, disappointed, angry, but most of all inspired. Will never again be in a position or have a go in a position where we are at the mercy of someone else's decision. We will make the decisions. I was like, oh. So I'm seeing like, oh wow, this is a big deal for some people. As someone who don't watch sports, I was like, oh. So then it was more fuel added to the fire when Birdman made a post, and Birdman said and he added Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Tunchi, Young Money, Cash Money Business. I make these respect us on Gladys. And that's for more stuff for stay. Now, before I get into what Nicki Minaj stated, let's get into the tea as to why I feel like a lot of people are mad. What I'm seeing is that Lil Wayne was asked, now, I don't know if he was necessarily asked, but you know, it was an offer on the table for Lil Wayne to perform at the Super Bowl. This is all alleged. Don't get to saying Malik said, we just kick in. This is off the rip, off paper, okay? But they saying that they asked Lil Wayne to perform this year, but he wanted to bring out Young Money, Cash Money, you know, with him, Drake, Nicki Minaj have this whole little celebration, and Roc Nation and Jay-Z, they just don't mess with them. So because Lil Wayne wanted to bring out his kids, they was like, no, and we gonna do one better. Now we finna put Kendrick Lamar in your spot. Allegedly. And you know, part of the people that's with the voting committee when it comes down to who performs the Super Bowl is Roc Nation and Jay-Z. Jay-Z has an opinion on it. I remember reading something about how Jay-Z and them was thinking about having Lizzo perform, but because of the scandal it happened with her eating the bananas out of people punani, they said nah. Like, it was articles being made saying how Jay-Z had to cut Lizzo, and the annual Super Bowl performances are produced by Jay-Z's Roc Nation record label, and the 53-year-old rapper has canceled his upcoming Made in America festival, which Lizzo was due to headline after the singer was hit with her dancers allegation. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of shocking because I kind of knew that Jay-Z had a decision in the Super Bowl, but I didn't know like they had that much of a chunk of who goes on the halftime show. I didn't know it was produced solely by Roc Nation. Learn something new every day. So Jay-Z definitely has some pull behind the scene. Keep a pin in that. Now let's get into what Nicki Minaj said. Because you know, once Nicki Minaj gets to going, she gets to going. He said, I love watching the whole industry play dumb time and time after again. LOL. The truth is the truth, no matter who tells it. Picking and choosing who y'all accept truth from, then bam, pow. Might tell you a joke, but won't tell you a lie. And a fan stated, that's why I believe her every time when she speaks. She's yet to be proven wrong about anything she says. Then months later, it's Nicki was right, which put a pin in it. I'm gonna get to that. But Nicki said, yup, and I never care. By the time they figure it out, it's good for them, Gag City DC. Y'all ready? Y'all know his next move is going to be to tell a certain someone to being treated so unfairly that y'all can go back to that trance. She said one took a knee, the other took the bag. He gonna get you in line every fucking time. And that's referring to, you know, Colin Kaepernick taking the knee and then Jay-Z turning around doing a deal with NFL and saying like, you know, we need to, Colin Kaepernick, he doing too much basically.
Okay, I think we past kneeling.
Now, someone made a good point. They tweeted Nicki Minaj, and I don't know if you peeped this, but they do this with every hashtag or video relating to you on YouTube, messing with the search algorithm in the background is sick. And it was saying when they type in Gag City, Madison Square, every time you type that in on Twitter, it's Rock Nation will pop up, something associated with that brand or tag that will pop up. And I will say that is true, because if I'm listening to my little mix on YouTube of Nicki Minaj, and I'm listening to Nicki Minaj music, you know, if I stray away too long, Big Mama popping up. If I stray away too long, Cobra popping up. And that's not to diss those girls. It's just saying if you're going for a particular artist or vibe, you want to stay on that type of time. And so it's always interesting when another artist pop up. When, you know, Nicki responded to that and she said, yep, everyone's aware. Clearly they don't care. So why should I? What I'm gonna do, Chad? Now Nicki then tweeted out, she said, got everything in the world, still spiteful and evil, disgusting, be happy a bit. Go be happy. In rap business and women business, when you got the politicians and the police, you good though. Plus that ugly, laughy, taffy alien. I ain't gonna lie, this one took me out. She said, tried to tell y'all, but y'all wanted brunch. I'm on the wrong way. I was hacked. So then someone tweeted, they said, wait, this about Wayne. Oh girl, sit this out, cause he wouldn't be doing this. And then Nicki said, oh, you think speaking up on injustice within your workplace should be only done if you're for a person who would do it for you? I'm really the realest. Wow. He said, denying a young black man what he truthfully put in this game for no other reason but your ego, your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? Eminem still firm on having 50 Cent come out. Oh man, sad. House things, but it's a good in them, no loyalty. Well, them will keep sunning you. And Nicki also stated, and by the way, you don't know the half of what Lil Wayne has done for me and others. Wayne had Drake and I on his tour with no paper sign. He was on all of my mixtapes with no paper sign. This man has literally changed the face of hip hop, the hair too. If you know, you know. He inspired so many people to tat their faces and get locks. Inspired your faves to want to be great MCs. He was never in this for the money. It's always been for the love of music. Nicki then states, God forbid if Wayne was to leave this earth right now, the culture will be in mourning. That's why so many people keep saying to give our legends their flowers while they are still around to smell them. Sitting around all day playing games for people's life and legacy. God ain't sleep. G. Robinson, you will learn that too very soon. And then she said the bots and the blogs are being sent an astronomical wad of cash and paper bags as we speak. Because Nicki always said every time she says something or every time she gets to going, here comes the big bot page and here comes the big brand page saying stuff to diminish her name. He also tweeted, every content creator and every bot form just got a money call, guys. Check your messages. Every tweet will contain a ton of engagement from accounts that look very particular when you click on them. Meaning you're about to see a whole bunch of hate tweets from about Nicki Minaj, but then you click on the page, it's like a ghost page. You know, it's no following, no type of account data, but they get that hit tweet. She also made sure to include, you can love and respect Kendrick and still love and respect Wayne. Even Kendrick loves and respect Wayne. Every real rapper loves and respect Wayne. And then she promoted her tour some more. Oh baby, that woke it up. That woke it up with people within the industry. Here come Travis Scott posting a picture of Lil Wayne. Lil Boosie got to go and he said, all y'all acting like y'all cool with how they playing it for the Super Bowl. Shaking my head. The most cultural city in the USA, New Orleans. It's a smack to the face to every hip hop legend for Louisiana. Added Master P, Lil Wayne manager, and Birdman. This shows they never wanted y'all to kick in the door in the first place because they still trying to lock it. Super Bowl 22 was in Cali and Cali artists was allowed to do their thing. It was a great show, but now it's in Louisiana and no Louisiana saying can't do their thing. I don't respect it. Child, that was a lot to take in. Let me just say this though. I want to say, I know some of you guys, y'all be tired of Nicki Minaj and y'all be thinking like she be going on rants and she just be doing too much, but I want y'all to just kind of put y'all biases aside and kind of just like look at it. Just close your eyes and don't say it's Nicki Minaj. Look at the situation. Do you still think she has some say-so? Because I can guarantee you, had this been another artist saying these same things, or had this been about another situation, the general public, they would be eating this up. The general public, because right now they're trying to drag Nicki Minaj and them, which I get it. They don't like Nicki Minaj, they don't like Drake. They vibe with Lil Wayne, but that's just not in the good graces of the general public. But had this been a situation with another artist who felt like they was wrongfully done by these big industry, I think social media would be saying a different tune. Now, is this necessarily Nicki's fight? No, because if Wayne's not saying nothing, then hey. But Nicki's the type of person, she don't care. And she done always had this thing with Rock Nation ever since she found out the type of practices they be doing. We have to keep in mind, Nicki is not a likable person in the industry because she gets gets her money first, if that makes sense. Nicki is not tied to a 360 deal. Makes no profit from the industry to see Nicki Minaj win it. She's one of the very few rappers, female rappers, who signed to deal where her money is not going through 5 people before they can touch it. A lot of these other female rappers, they're signed to these 360 deals and they're backed by these big labels, but whenever you see them in brand deals, whenever you see them in commercials, whenever you see them at the forefront getting awards, yes, that's beneficial for them because they get a cut of that first and then they get the scraps. Nicki Minaj, she gets all her winnings and earnings first, and then plus she still has a massive fan base that support her. That pisses the industry off. That pisses the big men and the powerful people at the top off. And anybody with the power, they're doing whatever they can to make sure she knows, we don't like you. She's not gonna get the good press in the media because it does nothing beneficial for them. They want social media to hate them. They're going to put out every headline that might feel like it's bad, when in all actuality, she's kind of on the same playing field as all these other celebrities. It's just they have a good PR team. And I do agree, it's not necessarily Nicki Minaj's fight, and she does have a bad habit of defending people who take their time to defend her, but I get what she's saying. Your hatred for me and Drake got you messing up on this legend. And she's always been one to call it out. So, and by her going after Jay-Z, I think it's one of those things with the general public or whoever, it's good message, but they feel like it's the wrong messenger. What she's saying about Jay-Z is not a lot. And I feel like people forget that. Jay-Z done had so many conspiracies over the years. Jay-Z has been called out for his bad practices. Jay-Z has been called out for his unethical practices. I mean, this is the same man that forced Rihanna in the room and wouldn't let her leave the house at 2 o'clock in the morning until she signed the contract with them. Jay-Z and Roc Nation and them has done some stuff where they be playing in people's faces behind the scenes. I think not only Nicki sees that, but she knows all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. You gotta understand, we not in the industry. We don't know half of what's going on. We're just the surface, but everything is not talked about, but we see it. And this is when I knew they really had social media in the general public by because when it was announced, I'm gonna talk about this every single time, when it was announced that Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice got that Grammy for best collaboration and was even tweeted about, you know, congratulations, only for that tweet to get wiped away and be like, oh, we made a mistake. Ask yourself for real, how many times has the Grammy made a mistake? They don't make mistakes like that. And it got backlash from Nicki fans. And guess what they did to save face? Send Jay-Z out there on the Grammys and literally switch the conversation to talking about Beyonce not getting Artist of the Year.
I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that.
And the same conversation of people who was like, oh, Nicki's doing too much, like it's just a Grammy, she didn't get it anyway. That same tide of conversation switched to, yeah, Beyonce should get Album of the Year. And I'm like, do y'all not see how they just played in y'all faces? But God forbid Nicki Minaj go off about that. She's just bitter. You damn right I got a reason to be bitter. I'm just saying. Even with the VMAs per se, now that's why I want to take a pen out when it comes to these blind items. Ooh, I just thought about it. You know, I love a good blind item. If you don't follow Celebrity T on TikTok, you are missing out. I ain't gonna lie, that's my girl. Maybe that's what I'll do when I get done with this. I'll, you know, fix me a nice little glass of Nasia tea with some lemon balm in it, put some lemon, let it sit, and just listen to my blind items. But I remember it was a blind item that was posted basically saying how Nicki Minaj was hosting the VMAs 2 years in a row. When Nicki said she got some calls saying they don't want her to go on stage because they're confused of what she might say, oh baby, allegedly that was real. Allegedly, this is off the script. Allegedly that was Desiree and Roc Nation because they didn't want Nicki to say nothing crazy, especially with her Red Ruby song.
Now listen, real quick. MTV is petrified because they got a couple calls yesterday and people were saying, what if Nicki says this and if Nicki says that? And you know, and I said, it's okay, MTV, I can control myself. But you know who can't control themselves? Roman, Red Ruby the Freeze, Chun-Li. So I'll think about it.
So at the VMAs, when Nicki smirked and was like, okay, and performed that song, it was like, oh yeah. Yeah, we finna show her. So now, I never forget, it was a couple months ago, it was a blind item that was released. It was basically saying how the VMAs and Roc Nation came into an agreement because they didn't like what Nicki Minaj pulled last year. So they're gonna get this horse, what they call her, the horse girl, to be the host this year. And in return, you know, Beyonce is gonna show up at the VMAs. So I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll see. So, I'm not gonna lie, when it was announced that Megan was gonna be the host for the VMAs, at first I didn't think nothing nothing of it because I'm like, okay, well, that kind of makes sense, you know. I was like, Nicki couldn't host the VMAs every year. You know, Nicki didn't release no music videos out. You know, this is Megan year for like the girls and the music videos and stuff. But after like I heard that blind item, I was like, I'm not gonna say too much because I'm gonna let Megan host. But if Beyonce pop out at that VMA, I'm gonna be like, oh, that's tea. And streets are saying this is Rock Nation way of showing we are the more powerful ones and we have the upper hand because like they stated, you know, VMAs is hosted in Nicki Minaj City and they got Megan Thee Stallion hosted. The Super Bowl is hosted in Lil Wayne City, but they got Kendrick Lamar hosting. Now, this could be he say because they have been to these locations multiple times, but it's like when you really start to break stuff down, you be like, wait a minute, it's a lot of tea. Maybe there's some stuff that just goes beyond our head. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on the situation. How do you feel about this? Do you feel like Kendrick should be performing at the Super Bowl? Do you feel like Nicki was doing too much and she shouldn't defend it? Or you feel like it's NOLA City, they should have the NOLA legends come and Lil Wayne should perform? Oof. Put all your thoughts in your comment section below and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.